Dear students, in our today's class, we are going to discuss about data types of DBMS. Other name for that is data types in DBMS. So, what is the expansion of DBMS? The expansion of DBMS is database management system. So now come to the point. Data types of DBMS means database management system. Okay, you may get a question. Expand DBMS. At the time, the expansion of DBMS, you need to write it as database management system. Now question may be like this. DBMS stands for, okay, or what does DBMS stands for, or expand DBMS. For all these three questions, only the answer is database management system. Okay, here we are today discussing about data types of DBMS, and they can also be called as data types in DBMS. Before going to that, I will make you remember one more thing. In our previous classes and in your first PUC, we have discussed about the data types in C++. So what are the data types in C++? You can easily say that integer, float, double, character, string, real, and so on. Okay, and the same way here, as the data types are there in C++, in the same way data types are also there in database management system, that is DBMS. So there is a little bit difference in the data types of DBMS and the data types of C++. Okay, almost all the data types of DBMS are same as the data types of C++. Okay, now we will move to the topic. Integer, you have already known that. Integer means it holds only the whole number without any decimal point. That type of data type is called as integer. So from here, hold whole number without fractions. Without fraction means without a decimal point. See, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the integer. If we write this in 56.78, then this will not be considered as integer because it has fractions. After the decimal point, it has fractions. So it cannot be called as integer. Only the whole number without any decimal point is called as integer. Next, single and double precision. Single and double precision means as like double you were using in C++. Okay, you have already used in C++ double. In the same way here, this is single and double precision. What it explains, 7 significant value for a number, or it may be called as 7th significant value of a number. Okay, if a number, take pi as a number. Okay, what is its value? The value of pi is 3.14159. Okay, approximately you will write it as 3.142. Right? Yes. And the pi value in this is in fractions. Okay, it is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 significant values. But here, if you take the complete number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 values are there. Think pi as a number. Pi as a number. Okay, then 7th significant value, that is here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 9 is the significant value of a number pi. This is example I am giving. Okay, don't think that pi has a significant value 9. No, just I am giving example for single and double precision. Okay, like this 7 significant value of a number. Okay, it reads. So this is called as single and double precision. Okay, then after this, logical data types. What are logical data types here? Stored data that has only two values, where the values are true or false. The logical data types will store the data which has only the two values, that is true or false. It will store the data whose result is always true or false. We can take example for this as a truth table. Okay, we'll take an example of truth table. Take x, y. We are doing it for OR gate. Okay, we are doing it for OR gate. 0, 1, 1, 0. Okay, then the result will be. Okay, take 4 values because we will not get the exact answer of OR gate here. So take 4 values. 0, 0, 0, 1. Just a minute. 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1. Yes. For this, we are doing for OR gate. Okay. What we have to do? We have to add. 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1, 0 plus 0 is 0, 1 plus 1 is 0. See here, the readings, it means the data which is having only the results true or false. Here 1 means result is true, 1 means true, 0 means false, 1 means true. So this type of data which holds that data type is called as logical data types. Okay, the data types which holds only the results as true or false. The holds the data. Logical type holds the data which has the result only true or false. Okay, so this type of data type we can call it as logical data types. And come to characters. Character is a data type. Okay, which reads only the single character. You have already know that in C++, the same data types. Here, only the logical data type is the extra one. And all are same as we have discussed in C++. Characters include letter. Here, not letters, numbers. Okay, only it will read a single letter, number, then space. Okay, then symbols and punctuations. Is it right? Yes, it can read a letter, number, space, symbols and punctuations. Character fields or variables store text information. Okay, store text information like name, address. They can also read text information just like name and address, but size will be 1 byte. The name or the address size must be 1 byte. Okay, but all means character can hold only a single character. Understood? This is the data type. And next one, the fifth one is the strings. You have already know that string is a sequence of characters. Sequence means or the series of characters, a line of characters. The characters more than one character and up to n number of characters. N number means unlimited characters. Okay, that is string. See here, computer science, this is a string. Database concepts, this is a string. Each line what I have written here, every line can be called as a string because it has sequence of characters, series of characters. So for that thing, whatever the things I have written on the board will be called as, each line is called as a string. Now come, sequence of characters. It means line on a series of characters. More than one. Yes, if you write more than one character, then only it will become string. If you write just one character, then it will become character data. If you write more than one character, then it will become string data. And while writing programs in C++ also, remember these things in mind. Okay, then you will understand the programming concept clearly. Okay, and fixed length. Okay, string is a fixed length. 0 to 63 KB. 63 KB means how many characters we can be able to write, and dynamic string length range from, see, just simple string is from 0 to 63 KB, but dynamic string, this is for normal string. Dynamic string's length ranges from 0 to 2 billion characters. 0 to 2 billion characters. If we take your textbook example, okay, then the complete textbook can be called as a dynamic string. Dear students, hope you have understood the concept of the data types in DBMS. Come to the next types of data types, that is Memo Data type. Okay, this is different from C++ data type. Store more than 255 characters. This Memo Data type will store more than 255 characters. A memo field can store up to 65536 characters. Okay, Memo Data type, just the data type will store 255 characters, but memo field can store up to 65,536 characters. Okay, you have understood. Index fields used to store relevant information along with the documents. Okay, for example, you are storing some documents, just like think that you are storing your model question papers in your computer system. Along with those documents, this index field will store some related information of those documents. Okay, like that, this index field will. The document input to an index field, the document which is input into the index field is used to find those documents. Okay, the document which is input into the index field, it will find the documents which we have stored with the relevant information when needed. Okay, the documents which we have stored with the relevant information can be found by entering the document into the index field. And next, the programs provides up to 25 user definable index fields. If you are writing a program, okay, if you have a ready-made database program, it will provide 25 user definable index fields. 25 index fields are there, and those index fields can be defined by the user. As we have discussed in C++, user defined data types. Okay, the same way here, index field is like a user defined data type in an index yes. And then name drop down, okay, then lookup list, standard, then auto complete history list. All these name drop down means you are seeing in C++ and all at the top some options are there. They are called as menu options: file, edit, view, format, and so on. Okay, if you click on the file menu, then it will give you a drop down list that is called name drop down. And lookup list. In that drop down list, we are having different options, that is lookup. Then standard autocomplete history list. If you search anything, then the searching things will be automatically saved under history. This is called autocomplete history list. Hope you have understood the index fields. Next, come to currency fields. Currency fields. What is the symbol for Indian currency? That is rupees, right? And same as the US currency, it is dollar. Okay, and different symbols for different currencies are there. So here by default means readily. The currency field accepts data in dollar form. The data which we have entered will be accepted in the dollar form. Dollar means this. In the dollar form by default. By default means readily. And next, date fields. The date field accepts data entered in date format. Whatever things we will enter in a date format, those things will be accepted with the help of date fields. And last one is the text fields. It accepts data as an alphanumeric text string. What is meant by alphanumeric? The text string will include both alphabets and numeric means numbers. Just I have written here. See, the programs provides up to. Okay, all this from here to here it is alphabet. Then after that 25 is a numeric. Okay, like that. Both alphabets and numeric fields, text string will be accepted by the text fields. So this is about the data types in database management system, that is DBMS. This can also be called as data types of database management system. Come to the next topic, that is DBMS, database management system. What is meant by database management system? As I have started this chapter, database concepts, I am speaking often and often about database management system. It is a software which deals with the huge amount of data, and that type of a software we can call it as database management system. In short, it can be called as DBMS. Come to the point. A DBMS is a software that allows creation, definition and manipulation of database. Okay, it is a software which allows creation of database, definition of database and manipulation of the database. See, creation, definition and manipulation of database. DBMS is actually a tool, okay, used to perform any kind of operation on data in database. It is a tool, okay, used to perform any kind of operations, just like deleting data, adding data or updating data, okay, or creating new data. All these are the operations. Like this, any to perform any kind of operations on the data which is in database. And DBMS also provides protection and security to database. It will also provide protection and security to database. It is very simple. You can explain easily. It is a software used to maintain, define and create and manipulate the database. And next thing, it is a tool used to do any kind of operations on data in database. And next thing, it provides database management system which provides security and protection for the data in the database. Okay, it maintains data consistency in case of multiple users. It will provide data consistency in case of multiple users. If many users are there, then it will provide consistency of the data. Okay, there are some examples for this type of software, that is database management system software. The first one is MySQL, Oracle, Sybase, Microsoft Access, IBM DB2, etc. These are the examples. Now, the main thing you need to remember is this. Maybe you get a question. What is the primary goal of DBMS, or what is the primary goal of database management system? Then you need to write this. This is most important for your examination. Then you need to write the primary goal of database is to provide a way to store and retrieve database. Storing and retrieving. Retrieving means used or accessed whenever needed. Database information that is both convenient and efficient. You need to write this point. Definitely you will get this question for one. Now come to this system. Database means these are the softwares: SQL Server, Oracle, DB2, MySQL and Sybase. And what are these vendors? These are the companies who have created these softwares. Microsoft company has created SQL Server. Then Oracle company has created Oracle software. IBM has created DB2 software. Oracle has created MySQL software. SAP company has created Sybase software. See, your next chapter is having database management system. 14th chapter you are having MySQL. But in this year, that chapter is removed from your syllabus. So you cannot able to discuss about MySQL. Okay, if you got the chance, you may got the chance, okay, to discuss with MySQL, then you can able to understand clearly what is meant by this database management system. Okay, and in practical part also you are having MySQL, but this year I think you don't have any practicals of or any lab exams for it. I think so, but we shall see what the government will decide. Okay, if they give any question paper pattern for your annual examination, then only we can able to find out practical is there or not. We have to wait for the government decision. If MySQL was there, then your software, that is your practical labs, we could have trained you and we could have made you that you can able to create programs using MySQL. But this chapter has removed from your syllabus in this year, so we shall see if practical is there, we can do online practicals. If practicals are not there, then we cannot able to do the practical labs. So this is regarding database management system. Hope you have understood the concept. Dear students, come to the next topic, that is the features of DBMS, that is features of database system. As everything is having its own features, like the database is also having its own features. Now we are going to discuss about the features of database system. The first one is redundancy can be minimized and controlled. Okay, redundancy means the wastage of data or the data which is not in use. That type of data can be reduced. In DBMS environment, that is in database management system environment, if redundancy is present, if any useless data or the wastage data is present, then it can be controlled. It can be controlled by propagating updates in all the places wherever redundant data is present. By propagating updates, doing necessary changes, doing updates, that redundancy of the data, wastage of the data or useless data can be minimized or it can be reduced. Next is data integrity. Data integrity refers to the correctness of the data, exactness of the data. Okay, the correctness of the data in the database. In other words, the data available in the database is a reliable data. Reliable means exact data, accurate data, correct data. That is called as data integrity. Next one is data sharing. In DBMS, data is stored. Just a minute. Yes. In DBMS, data is stored in centralized database. It means the data is stored in the centralized part of the data. Okay. In DBMS, the data is stored in the centralized part of data, and all the permitted users can access the same piece of information required at the same time. Sharing means all the users who is having the permission of using the data. So all those users can use the same data, okay, at the whenever needed. Take an example in your laptop or in your computer. Okay, click on start button, then you will get an option switch user. By that option, you can able to create your own users. Okay, through any of the users, you can access all the data whichever is present in the computer. So this is the best example for this sharing of data, that is data sharing. So today we shall stop with these three features of database. In our next class, the remaining features we will going to discuss. If you are having any doubts regarding this class, you can ask me personally. Thank you.